Yo, it's Mac. How's it going, guys? Today, I'm going to be talking about batteries for your vapor devices. So I did a little video for atomizers to explain them. Today, I'm going to be talking about batteries. So there are different kinds of shapes, sizes. There are lots of differences to batteries. There's even mod batteries, but as you all know, this isn't for advanced vapors, this is for beginners. So it's going to be basic to help people just getting into this. So there are different sizes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a video mirror so I can see my reflection, so I can see what I'm pointing up at the screen. So there you go, camera reception. And okay, so the first there's different sizes, different lots of differences, so let's just jump into it. So there's 400 milliamp hours, etc. Now people say mAh differently, I say milliamp hours, deal with it. So there's 400, 650, 1100, 1300, etc. So this one right here is a 650 milliamp hour battery. I think you can find these at variable prices. Me giving you prices would be silly. And this is the Ego T stainless steel. There are different colours, of course. And with this, if you put it underneath there, this would roughly be the size of an average cigar. So it's pretty useful for carrying around in public places without looking too silly or getting funny looks from people. Now this is the 1100 milliamp hour battery from Ego T, stainless steel as well, also in variable colours. Now once you attach this, it's more like a large or quality cigar, one that you wouldn't really smoke in public so much, or a bit larger to be honest. It's quite on the hefty side for a stealth vapor, as a lot of people call them, because it's a mini vapor, also known as a stealth vapor because it's better in public for those reasons, unless you want to show off or get funny looks, or you have more usage, like you chain smoke for example. So that's the difference in these. Now another thing is these have safety locks, so if someone grabs this, like a child or a random person, and they try and hold it, the button, you won't be able to smoke from it or get any activation, because there's a step to follow. You have to tap it 5 times to turn it on or off, and you get the muscle memory, so you do it automatically. And then you hold it, you hear that noise, and there we go. So that's how the battery works. Now let's turn it off. And there we go. So these are the basic batteries. Now there are other companies, other types of batteries like these. There's the Joy ones, etc. I'm currently recommending the Ego ones to beginners because you want something cheap but not poor quality. A bit of advice is don't go to the market stalls to buy these. Buy them from a vapor store or online. So I can highly recommend the vapor store in Havant called Vapor Z, Havant Portsmouth that is. That's where I bought all these parts from, and the staff there are very nice and very friendly, and they gave me tips. They even taught me how to build my first one, so that's really nice of them, because that's always worrying for beginners. So big rep to them, and I'll probably mention them in a few other videos in the future. So there are other types of batteries which I do not own at the moment, such as variable wattage, variable voltage, pass-through, etc. And should I explain all of these? Well, it's a beginner's video, so I'll take a little step in that direction. Variable voltage, you can go from 3.2 to 4.8 I believe, and that's obviously variable, and it could change judging on the different models you get, such as the spinner, etc. So also the Ego and the spinner are highly recommended for those going from a beginner to intermediate sort of level. And basically what it does is you can change the voltage for a different taste. Obviously the higher the voltage, the more battery it uses. So would I recommend these for a beginner? Not so much. I'd definitely recommend in the Ego range, like Ego T for example, because they're cheap and they get the job done and they're great for beginners. So that's the variable voltage out of the way. So let's talk about pass-through. You're probably thinking, what on earth's pass-through? So basically it's just a normal Ego battery like this. You can get it on different types, and on the bottom you could attach it to a charger so you can smoke while it's charging at the same time. Now I can't tell you about the reliability of this and the quality, because I've obviously not got one, and I probably would never get one because I've got a large battery and I don't really see the need for one. Now, how many batteries should you have? Now that's a tricky question. Do you chain smoke? Do you smoke regularly, often, not very often, etc.? For those who smoke 20 a day or less, I'd probably say get 2, and I'd probably advise you to get a big one and a small one, and a small one mostly for outdoors, in public, and when it runs out, make sure you've got a spare one on you, just in case, which could be a large one. So you've always got one on charge and you've always got one to use as backup. Or if you smoke heavily, maybe 3, or you know, it depends on your level of use, but I'm guessing 2 would be good for most people, and it could be pretty cheap, depends on the way which route you take. So that's my take on batteries. As I said before, it's a beginner's little step through. If you're advanced, come on, you should know far more than me at this point, so you know what's right for you. So hopefully this has helped all the beginners out there. And the next video I'm going to be talking about whether you should buy a starter set or whether you should buy all the pieces yourself and make your own and go step by step in creating the vaping machine. So it should be relatively easy for everyone out there. It takes 5 seconds to build, and we'll have a talk about the starter sets. Thank you for watching, take care, Mac out.